If you've just joined us, I'm here with Vioni Pickering. She's the standards manager of the BVI Tourist Board, and Ms. Lynette Harrigan. She's a niche marketing manager. And we started talking about all the activities that a tourist board has created to circulate money in the territory and to attract visitors to the territory. And I mean, we are really having a good time with that concept. The Lobster Fest, Culinary Arts, the Restaurant Week, all of those initiatives have been very successful. And I've enjoyed every moment of them. Of course, the Staycation was one of the originals.
Yes.
I think that was the first, right? The Staycation.
We started that in 2009, actually, when the recession started.
Yes.
And it started to really encourage BVI landers, instead of, if they want to have a vacation that they couldn't afford, or because of the situation, to vacation here in the BVI. And it's taken off so much that even the beginning of the year, before launching, we get calls, people asking for staycation packages. So
yeah, and I think it's important that we realize that Virgin Islanders can have fun in the Virgin Islands.
Oh yes.
And of course, I always been bragging about my staycation. We had a wonderful time. We had a yacht, went to Virgin, going to Norman Island, Peter Island.
The Bass.
Yes, we went to the Bass too, and it was amazing how really, when I say hot, I mean hot. How sexy the trip was. It was a great trip. Dinner, dancing, beach, snorkeling. Yeah, man. Yeah, staycation. Listen, we don't know what we really don't know what we have in the Virgin Islands.
And that's the great thing about it. Being able to vacation and experience why so many visitors come to the BVI 2-3 times a year. Why can't we do the same thing and enjoy our own, our own waters?
But it's one of those opportunities for BVI landers as well. Anybody in the BVI, we live here. We've never been to Anegada.
Yes.
We've never been to Joss Van Dyke. It's an opportunity for persons to take their family out for the weekend and say, okay, we're going to Anegada.
Yeah.
That's right.
And that's a great opportunity to explore your own backyard.
Yes, absolutely. And I have to go to Joss Van Dyke more often. I haven't been going to Joss Van Dyke often. I think I've been to Joss Van Dyke maybe 3 or 4 times.
That's a secret getaway.
Yeah, I need to go to and I definitely have to go to Joss Van Dyke. If perhaps you need to plan an event for Joss Van Dyke, you have an event for Anegada.
You can also go and do a staycation at Seacrest Inn on Joss Van Dyke.
Okay, so you got packages now. This is the beginning of the staycation season. Is it a seasonal thing that you have created?
Yes. It's during the summer, and it goes right until December, which is the beginning of the winter season. So the website is now live, www.bvistaycation.com. Our PR team, Natasha and Kalita, have a whole media around it. We have, it's going to be, when you see the billboard, we have a big billboard as you're coming up there by the opposite the festival grounds.
Okay.
So the billboard is there. We're going to be on the online sites, newspaper, social media. So the packages are there, so anyone can log on right now, look up all the packages we have from Peter Island. You can't really afford Peter Island, but you can afford it now. You have Little Licks Bay, you have Sugar Mill, on Anegada, you have packages there, and we're also looking to get some packages about the tents in Anegada, which is a big thing right now.
The what?
The tents at Anegada Beach Club.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, everybody, it's some people who have stayed there have actually said it is such a great experience.
So how does that work? What exactly that is?
You check in like you check into a hotel.
And you stay in a tent?
Yes.
So it's sort of like camping?
Yes.
Oh, that's
upgraded
upscale.
Upscale camping?
Yes.
Upscale camping.
Very much so.
That's
very much
interesting.
so.
Yes. So we're working on getting that. And plus we have other activities, as you said, sail in the moorings. Sun Sail is on board. We have Virgin Traders on board as well. We also have spas, Peter Island and Mara Spa. We have the zip line, they always come on board, the dolphin. So there's a lot of not only hotel stay but activities. So if you just want to have a weekend, do something with a family, you can really just find something to do.
And the important thing about the staycation is the price.
The price.
Yeah. And what level of discounts we have in this time?
Well, you can find rooms some start at low as like $80. Most people giving like a 20-25% off, some even as 50% off. You know, when you can stay at Little Lakes for like $200 and I think it's like $95.
That's a deal.
It's a deal.
Yeah, that's a deal.
And it's include breakfast. I mean, you know, you can't get it better than that.
Yeah, and of course, Little Licks is internationally known, world famous. So I think, what,
Yeah.
5-star?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know, for some reason, the mimosas taste better in Little Licks. I think it must be the orange juice.
Yeah,
you know,
I know.
the freshly squeezed orange juice.
Yeah.
And Little Licks Bay, it just somehow tastes better than the orange juice coming out of the box.
Yeah, just this Easter brunch there, and trust me, we had a lot of those.
Yeah.
Even Barrier Street, the same way, you know, $2.95, which include breakfast, you know, for 2 daily as well. So, you know, we have some really great packages. And one of the things we did this year to even push more sales, so we opened it up to the USVI.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So you're encouraging the
USV,
brothers and sisters
yes.
from the US to come over.
And we're doing a whole media package around that. We had been, you know, on TV commercials and everything there as well. So I think, you know, we're going to see a big push this year, even maybe more than we have ever seen before.
Okay. What about just going out to dinner? I know, for example, with the ferry schedules now, and it's great. And I think the sister islands need to be more connected up. Even the islands that are just have resorts on them, like Byers Creek or Peter Island, the ferry service need to be such so that you can get a ferry, go spend a day, go to dinner, and come back. I know you could go to Virgin Garden now and stay to dinner, even go to the disco.
Yeah, and be back by midnight.
And come back.
And that's a great thing, and because they do it also at Beef Island, so you have a choice, Beef Island or in town.
That's right.
And I think that's a great thing.
And you could go to dinner. So any restaurants giving packages, just come to dinner, as opposed to just the resorts giving weekend getaways.
Well, some hotels offered, you know, like meal packages with it, but we haven't had any restaurants really doing it, because we normally reserve that for restaurant week.
Okay.
We gave that, you know, that week on their own. So this is,
that makes sense.
Yeah. So we try to push the hotels and the activities, you know, right now. Even car rentals are on board, so, you know, you can, you know, get some deals on those as well. So
you could go to Virgin Garden, for example, or you go to Anegada, or you could go to Jocelyn Dyke. You rent a car, you get 3 nights in a weekend in a hotel, and you could hang out and just have a good time.
Play tours in your own backyard.
Or get on a yacht and go for 3 days. Up and down the various islands and just enjoy a vacation.
But what we always say to people is you have breakfast in one place, lunch in one place, and dinner in someplace else.
We did that.
Best vacation ever.
Been there, done that.
Best vacation ever.
Yes.
But you know, sailing
and go
the
dancing someplace else.
And come back and still get back home before 12.
Well, no, you're on the yacht. You're on the yacht. You get breakfast. You go to one port for breakfast. You go to another port for lunch. Another island for dinner, and another island to party.
Yes.
Really.
And some of the things the moorings have is some really nice water toys. They're offering also with the yacht, so that's going to be very exciting as well.
Okay. So that's cool.
Yeah. And you know, sailing the BVI is one of the 100 things to do for CNN before you die.
Really?
Yeah, it's on the CNN 100 things to
I
do.
could definitely see that. I could definitely see that. Sailing the BVI is fantastic.
It's like nothing. I mean, when we go away and promote it, and we talked about what you can do and the various islands, the positions of the island, and you know, and people, you know, you could see they're just intrigued.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, it's a cell right there.
And under the beds is more interesting than on top of the bed. Go diving under the bed.
Yes.
It's amazing. You gotta be careful though.
You
gotta be careful. They got some caves and tunnels.
It was
You gotta be
interesting
careful.
when we went out on the glass bottom boat one time. The gentleman, he took us out and he said, "Would you believe there is a stone that you could go under a boulder and come up and breathe inside?"
Wow.
So that's a good exploration.
Yeah, that would scare me to death. Yeah, but I had no idea until that staycation.
Yeah.
We went snorkeling in the bass, and I said, "Wow,
It is,
it's
it's
more
beautiful.
beautiful underneath than it is on top." That's great.
Yeah.
Now, we've been trying very hard. Tourist Board has very hard to improve the quality of the tourism product in the BVI. And I know y'all are making some valiant efforts, and Viola, you're in charge of the standards. What does that mean, the standards of
Well,
the tourism product?
Oh wow, it's a big role. It's a big role. We focus on the improving the standards, anything that affect guest relations. So I'm supposed to go and do inspections of hotels, restaurants, accommodation. We're talking any place that a guest would venture. That's on the street as well. Because I would walk from one end of town to the other end of town, and I would tell our product manager, well, we have a little bit too much potholes on this
Okay.
area that they're filling up with water. It doesn't look attractive. Please reach out to one of our partners. And what saves us a lot is our industry partners, government agencies, business
Public
owners.
works, electricity,
You understand?
corporation, yeah.
And they work very well with us because we're able to pick up a phone and say, you know, I just noticed something here. See what y'all can do for us. And they would, even if they don't get it done immediately, they would go and they would get that done for us. And we can say that we have very good relations with our partners. Our business owners, they work very well with us. We recently had a project that we did with Reimers in King Garden Bay. And I mean, Miss Reimer went all out for her business. We got a complaint. We went, myself and the accommodations manager, Faye Smith Penn, and we did an inspection. And we sat with Miss Reimer and we said, these are what we have seen that don't comply with what we have written in our policies. And Miss Reimer, she was so gracious. She said, you know, I want to do it. How can I do it? That's the challenge, you know. And she said to us, what can I do to improve my business? And that was the best thing anyone could have said to us. What can I do to improve my business? We went, she said, this is my budget. She gave us a budget, and she said, what you can do. We said to her, let us do one room. Let us do one room and show you the potential of your business. And we were able to do one room. And when that one room was finished, we brought in a young designer, Tijan Forbes, from Enrique Designs. He just came back from design school, a local young man, and we brought him in. He gave her the schematics of what the room would look like. She said, Reimers could look like that. You know,
She couldn't believe it.
Reimers could look like that, you know. And when we were finished, Miss Reimer she took up all the rugs out of her place. She painted, she sheet racked. I mean, she redid her entire reception area. You know, and at the end of it, she was so proud of what she was able to accomplish on a small budget. And we had so many persons within the community that just pitched in to help. People donated paint, linens, you know, the gambling. It was amazing.
So we don't know that, many of us in business don't know that there are little things. A coat of paint,
Little things you can do.
a shift in the reception desk, you know, something, some inexpensive material to cover the floor or to cover a wall could make a big difference in the appearance of a place.
A big difference. And what we said to them, we have a lot of villas in the BVI. You don't have to go any place else. Spend a night in a villa. Spend a night at a resort.
Yeah.
And all you have to do is walk with your pen, your camera, and your paper.
Yes.
And take notes and look at the things that you liked about that. And if you, especially for small businesses or small owners, we say to them, you don't have to go any place. It's right here. It's right, and you can find a lot of things. Everything that we bought for Ms. Reimer's project, we bought locally.
So you have in your mind, and as a policy in the BVI Tourist Board, what a villa should look like, what a restaurant should look like.
We actually have a document that we work from out of the standards department and accommodations department. We have a document that we follow.
And this is based on
International standards.
International standards.
International standards,
Okay.
yes.
So that the level of the tourism product it matches, or we are competitive
Yes.
with the international
Yes.
tourism market.
Yes.
Okay.
A lot of the small properties are stepping up. The challenge we're having now is the customer service more so than the look of the properties, because properties are understanding to sell yourself in a higher market, you need to upgrade.
Now, one of the challenges we've always had is that we think that persons in the service aspect of our business, particularly the reception areas and the wait staff, the servers, could be anyone, a high school dropout, or somebody who just needs a job and you pay them minimum wage, and that is no longer the case.
No.
Because I noticed that that's a main problem, that your frontline people, even taxi drivers now need to have training. Is that part of the standards process?
Well, we continue to have those type of trainings, and you will see a lot more going within the rest of this year. Our focus will be improving the standard, especially as it relates to customer service.
No, of course, we just finished building a new dock, and there's a promise of at least 425,000 cruise tourists a year, and I'm thinking with the other cruise line between Carnival and Royal Caribbean and others, you're probably looking close to 1 million tourists a year, all year round, no slow season. And these tourists and the agreements that we've made with these cruise companies require a certain level of service and certain activities in the country. What's the tourist board doing to help to develop the product in terms of historic sites, places to visit, activities to engage in, particularly for the cruise industry?
It's interesting that you ask about historical sites. We, unfortunately, in the BVI, our historical sites are privately owned. What we constantly do is we go out and we meet with the owners and we say to them, this is valuable to our product, valuable. And I'm excited because Church of the Africans, they just had a groundbreaking ceremony to start the development of that project. And I know it's going to be a marvel for anyone to come and look at because it has such rich history.
Yes.
They're going to be putting down 100 memorial markers of all the different indigenous names to the BVI that was on that location. That lived on that location.
Okay.
They're going to be doing, and right now they're going to be upgrading the burial ground.
Yes.
So they're going to be putting in markers, they're going to be putting in walkways so you don't walk on anything. They're hoping
and writings of the history.
Yes. And we're going to be looking at helping them with the signage to ensure the interpretation is very good. Everything matches, and I'm excited about it because they truly have been doing a lot of research. Dr. Turnbull and Dr. Smith from at the college, they have worked hard to pull information, truthful information for us, you understand, that guests are hungry for.
Well, I happened to see sort of like a picture of what the future, what it will look like in the future.
It's amazing.
It's fabulous, and certainly it's going to be one of those sites that's going to be visited. And I think it's good that the sites are privately owned. I don't think that's a bad thing because then you present entrepreneurial opportunities for persons who have that land, who are sitting there with historic information on it and not knowing the value. Now they begin to realize the value. They can invest in this development. Are you helping them to secure financing? How does that work in terms of developing these products to make sure that the tourists coming in are able to really enjoy them to a level that give them a good experience?
Well, the dialogue that we do when we meet with them is that the potential. We advise of what is expected from our guests. We have a number of persons who would go to various meetings, who will go to various trade shows, and they will come back with information. And we would say to these persons, this is what's going on in the Caribbean countries. This is how valuable this thing may be. I know government have a number of programs where entrepreneurs can come and go through those programs for financial aid. But we wouldn't be able to do that as the tourist board, but we do guide the direction.
And bring to the consciousness of value.
Yes.
We got to take a break
Yes.
for a word from our sponsors. We're going to come right back with more of the Tourist Board by Ione Pickering, Standards Manager, and Lynette Harrigan, Niche Market Manager, right after these words from our sponsors. Don't go away.
Spotlight is brought to you by Tortola Concrete Limited, the National Bank of the Virgin Islands, and CCT Global Communications.
Welcome back to Spotlight. I'm Ed Juenka, and I'm here with Ione Pickering and Lynette Harrigan, members of the Tourist Board, and we're having a really interesting conversation. We're talking about the standards that's going to be, it's being implemented to raise the level of the product, the tourist product in the Virgin Islands. Also, we're launching a staycation season. There's a lot of packages at up to 50% reductions, hotel stays, rental cars, yachts, boats, weekend packages. It's a lot going on. Tourist Board is trying to generate internal. Me from from an economic standpoint, I'm always looking at the circulation of money in the territory and keeping the money that comes into the territory a little longer. Because if it stays a little longer, we have a greater chance of everybody getting some.
But not only that, by also vacationing in the BVI, you know, when you travel, you come back home, you really want to have a few days to relax because you're exhausted. Because you're traveling on airline and traveling through airports.
Yes.
And one of the things I find, though, recently, even when you're trying to get back home, so you reach, but sometimes your bag don't get here, and that's the next thing is very stressful and frustrating. But if you're vacation here, you just take up your bag and you just go.
Yes.
You know, you don't have to deal with
with your bag, right?
Yeah, no long lines, no passport, nothing.
Yeah, you don't get frisked down at
You
the
don't
airport.
get frisked, right?
No metal detectors.
No metal detector.
Yeah, no passports.
I know. Yeah.
It's quite interesting.
I passed through the other day, and my braids. They said, "Oh, you have to hold your braids up, over your head."
Yeah, because we hiding something behind
right,
there, right?
so you have to go through a lot, and then you get pat down, and your suitcase. They look in your suitcase, they search everything, turn it upside down. It's just.
But of course, the main thing is the the pleasurable experience that you get from going to the resorts and enjoying and experiencing the tourism product that we have in the BVI.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because one of the things we'd love if to have some testimonial from people who have vacation. You can even send us, like a short video, and we can put it on our Staycation website. Just showing people, what you have done, and send us some information.
And where you send that to?
You can call us at the Tourist Board, or you can email it lharrigan@bvitourism.com or info@bvitourism.com.
Yeah,
or just stop by the board.
3134 494-3134, Tourist Board office.
Just drop by. We always love to see people come by.
Yeah. And give a report on your staycation.
Yeah.
Because that way you're able to monitor what's going on. You're able to get feedback. You're able to give feedback to the providers of the service.
Yeah.
And that can help to improve the quality. Yeah.
And the great thing about it, I think, even on weekends right now, we do find, especially people from Tortola, go over to Virgin Gorda. Sometimes you could barely get a room over there, because people do that on weekends because of all the fun you can enjoy in Virgin Gorda.
There's a lot going on in Virgin Gorda, Anegada, and Jocelyn Dyke now. A lot going on. And
Funny thing about it.
And the ferry services are connecting and giving you those convenient times of the schedules, which makes it even better. Yeah.
But you would not believe the little things and the unique things about the BVI, what people remember most. I just came back from doing a show with about 300 travel agents. And the one thing that they continuously talked about the BVI, soggy dollar.
Oh, really?
Yes.
There
wasn't a soul in there that did not know about soggy dollar.
What's the attraction? just swimming ashore,
They just
being wet.
and yes,
Yes, they
the
love it.
atmosphere
They love
and
it.
you know they just really and truly love Sagidal. It's one of the things everyone that I met with. What do you know about the BVI? We know Sagidal
It used to be well, it still is Fox Seas as well, right?
and Fox.
And
yeah.
Fox Seas as well.
But
Yeah.
Sagidal has somehow or the other, you know,
Yeah.
been a champion.
Now, what's coming up for the tourist season? What I know that you got the junior minister.
Yes, we have the Junior Minister of Tourism speech
yeah.
competition coming up. Natalie Payne, our education officer, she's working really hard on that. We have, it's on June 4th, and we're encouraging the entire BVI population to come out to the Eileen Parson Auditorium to see and support the kids. 6:30 on June 4th. It's free. You don't have to pay anything to come. We have Seventh-day Adventist School. We have Elmore Stout High School, Cedar School, St. George's, and Brigado Flats.
Okay.
And we're excited because the prizes for the kids are really good. This year, the competition itself, the regional one, is going to be in Curacao. So the person gets to go to Curacao.
And
They
that's a nice place to go.
They also get a 4-week paid internship with BVI Tourist Board. They also
Y'all
get
up the prizes this
yes,
time?
we up the prizes. We up the prizes, and they go to the Mid-Atlantic Food and Wine Show next year. They'll be allowed to travel to that. So there are a number of things, and they have a number of technical gear. Like they're going to get iPhones, iPads, the Gambit.
Well, so that's
So we really have been pushing because we want persons to come out and support the event. The kids work hard, and sometimes not even the schools come out to support them, which is truly unfortunate.
Yeah.
You know, the students come, their friends and their parents, and that's not what we want this year. We want students to really come to win. Come to win.
And you have the competitors already.
Yes.
Yeah, you have them
Yes.
already. And I
Yes.
think next week, week after, they're gonna come by.
Yes,
and we're gonna
they're
get a
coming
chance-
on your show.
We're gonna get a chance to meet
There
them.
was
Yes.
a rally today at the high school to drum up support again, and Natalie will be out to some of the other schools next week
so it's
again.
too late. So it's too late for anybody that want to participate. It's too late to
The
participate.
schools have
now.
already picked the student that's going to represent them.
Okay.
So it's a child, one student per school.
And I've seen it in action. I've been to one. As a matter of fact, my daughter has participated.
Okay.
And
Maybe she could be a judge this year.
Well, that's up to you.
The regional competition, that is something to witness.
It was really, really good. The children performed to a very high standard.
Yes.
They give their speeches about the tourism product. Some give speeches about what they would improve. Some give speeches about what the product is about.
Yes.
And
it's
and it's an educational process
Yes.
for young
Yes.
people.
Yes.
To understand what tourism is about and to get a real sense of the importance of our tourism product to the territory, socially, politically, economically.
yes.
So it's a great event, a great idea.
And since you have encouraged the kids this year, for the first time they can do video, they can do PowerPoint, they can do whatever they want to do to improve their presentation.
Okay, so it's not just speaking.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. They're coming out, and we want to ensure that whatever student wins for BVI, when they get to Curacao, they are confident enough to win and win.
You want to bring home?
We want
Bring home
a
something.
win.
Bring home something from Curacao.
Yes, we want the win.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I want to encourage the tourist board to let the winner that goes to Curacao visit the Slave Museum in Curacao. There's a slave museum, and it has in the shackles, the boats. You can see how our ancestors were packed in the bottom of the boats, the shackles, the cages, and you get a sense of the horror of the transatlantic slave trade. It's quite an interesting museum.
Well, I'm sure they will have a beautiful package for them because every year the students are allowed to see the historical aspect of whatever country
they visit.
they're going to. And last year was in St. Thomas, and I was able to go for the very first time. And when you see those kids come, they come ready to win.
Yes.
I mean, those Caribbean countries go all out, and from time you sit there, you're like, wow. you're blown
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
It's
The
amazing.
the children are bright, and I know we have some bright
Yes,
children here because
yes.
I've seen them perform, I'm looking forward to the competition. So that's the 4th of June,
The 4th of June,
and it starts
Yeah.
at
6:30.
6:30 in the afternoon at
Yes.
the Eileen L. Parsons
Yes.
Auditorium at the H.W. South Community College. Everybody need to come out, support the young people,
Yes.
parents, schools, and
Yeah.
you know, show your support.
Come out and support your school.
Yes,
You know.
absolutely. We found at 10 o'clock, and of course, it's always a pleasure to see you guys. Any last words? They need to call you
yes.
to get it.
Just go to
ask you about a staycation.
www.bvistaycation.com or just www.bvitourism.com/staycation.
Yeah. Well, we are looking forward to an exciting 215 to 16
Yes,
tourism
yes,
season. It's
yes.
going to be quite an event. The 2015 2016 tourism season with the completion of the cruise pair, increase in overnight visitors, increase in the enhancement of the product via activities, historical sites, brand wine, beach development. I mean, this place gonna be rocking.
But what we want to make sure that our owners here understand, customer service.
Service is
Yeah.
the key.
Service is the key. Every place
Yeah.
has sand.
Yeah.
Every place has tea. Every place
It's got
has sun.
every place got activities.
You
Every place
understand?
got historical sites.
We have to outdo the competitor
Yes.
by our hospitality. We have to get back to that.
We have to know what you need before you ask for
Before
it.
you ask,
Yes.
From
similar
the
to when you are on the
arrival to
cruise.
the
Yes,
departure.
yes.
Yes, we have to know what you
Yes.
want before you even say it, and then we will be BVI number one.
Yes, right up there with the rest.
BVI number one.
Well, Vioni, Lynette, good to see you. It's always a pleasure to have you
Always
by.
good
It's
to
always
be
good to
here.
hang out. It's always a lot of fun. Yes, and continue the great work that you guys are doing at the BVI Tourist Board. It certainly is making the BVI come alive, and I'm having a good time.
Yes.
Yes. Next week, the spotlight is going to focus on the upcoming poker run. Yeah, upcoming poker run, on the rules, regulations governing the poker run, the safety, how to be safe and prevent accidents. I think we had an accident last year. We don't want to have a recurrence of that event. So we're going to talk about how to behave during the poker run, what it's all about, and how you can participate in the rules that you need to follow. So make sure you're here next Tuesday on the Spotlight. Of course, Spotlight is seen Tuesdays at 8, and we broadcast every Sunday afternoon at 2:30. You can go on Spotlight Facebook page, like the page. You could see the latest Spotlight, upcoming Spotlights. You could make a post, request a topic, request some guests, whatever you want to, however you want to interact with Spotlight Facebook page, you can do so. Of course, you can see Spotlight on demand on jtvlive.net. I'm Edjuenko, reminding you that when the Spotlight is on, you see the facts. Peace and blessings.
Spotlight is brought to you by Tortola Concrete Limited, the National Bank of the Virgin Islands, and CCT Global Communications.